as we begin Shiur 2 in Mesechta Makos. Last week we discussed in length about the first perek, and it starts with the subject of Eidim Zoimimim. There are two important conditions that must be met to render the Eidim to be considered Eidim Zoimimim and receive the punishment of Eidim Zoimimim. A, they are not liable unless their victim has been convicted by their edus. But if they were found to be liars prior to Nigmar Hadin, before the verdict, they are not in the category of Eidim Zoimim. B, if the sentence has been materialized already, meaning the victim got punished based on the edus, the punishment of the verdict was executed. In such case, the false Eidim do not become Eidim Zoimimim. Then there is one more component in edus in general. A testimonial that is not able to be hazome on this edus. For example, the Eidim do not specify a time nor a place when they recounted the incident. They testify, they don't give exactly those details. In that case, it's lechatchila not admissible. Meaning, hazome is such important role in edus that if the Eidim say in edus that the law of hazome could not be applied, then the edus is not accepted in the first place. That's called edus she'i ato yochol lehazimo. With that said, let's begin the first Mishnah of Mesechta Makos, a very well-known Mishnah. Now the Mishnah starts, Keitzad Eidim, how are the Eidim becoming Nasim Zoimimin? How do they become Zoimimin? We already discussed that the Kashi is not really how they become Zoimimin, but the Kashi is how are they different than regular Eidim Zoimimin? And now the Mishnah brings two cases. Case number one, Eidim Onu, the witnesses say, let's say that the two witnesses called Reuven and Shimon, and they are made Beish Ploini on a guy. His name is Levi, but he's a Kohen. And they say he is really not a Kohen kosher. He is Shehu. That Levi is a Ben Gerusha or a Ben Chalutza. This Kohen is born from a person, from a mother that we have seen that she was divorced. And his father, the Kohen, married a divorcee, and this kid his mother was a divorcee because Rashi says, she was divorced, clear she's a divorcee. Now, when he got married with her, he did exactly what we said in today's Parsha, in the beginning of this Parsha. Isha zoyne v'chalol lo yikochu v'isha. Grusha me'isha lo yikochu. A woman that's divorced from her husband. Lo yikochu, they should not take. And what happens if they take? The son became a cholol. So they're basically saying, look, this son is now a cholol. And then two other witnesses come and say that you two, Reuven and Shimon, that said about Levi that he's a son of a grusha. When you say that and that date you have seen that this woman was divorced, or you've seen in that and that date you have seen that she got a chalitza, Ken Zayin, because in Monu Hayisem, you were with us. So, Memela, they are saying that you are liars. Not that you are liars, that the case is not true. Could be the woman is divorced. Can sein. Can she was divorced already before. And you heard that she was divorced. Maybe she got divorced a day later. Maybe she got, alles can sein. I'm not talking about the facts of he's a cholol or not. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about a woman was divorced or not. We're not talking about that. Angst can sein. You are not telling the truth about yourself. You cannot be an aid saying before they
weren't there.
because you were with us.
Right.
They say ben grusha, oi ben chalutza. Now we've already discussed that the Gemoro in Sanhedrin says that a ben chalutza is only midrabanan, because there is no cholol. It doesn't say in the Torah that the kohen cannot get married with a chalutza, only with a grusha. Today in Emor, in the beginning of Emor, it said ve'isha. This is a kohen god. A kohen hedyet can get married with an almona. So maybe he can get married with a chalutza. She's an almona. She doesn't have a divorce from the brother of her husband that passed away. She has only a chalitza. So Mershoinim say, and we discussed it last week, agav nokat. They took it agav. Gesagt schon agav. We said ben gerusha almu geht rein. Ben gerusha ben chalutza. Even though Rashi doesn't have here the ben gerusha ben chalutza, but the Bach like to everywhere there's word gerusha, gerusha ben chalutza, gerusha ben chalutza. So they say agav nokat. That's what they say. There is interesting that there is a Rashi in Elo in Aloikin, Elo in Aloikin, the third perek. It says all the averes that get malchus. So it brings down over there that a kohen that gets married with a grusha v'chalutza. So again, everyone says the angelek the chagav angelek grusha chalutza, because the Gemoro Sanhedrin writes very clear that there's only an issur for grusha, not chalutza. Chalutza is midrabanon, and the rabbanon they so the rabbanon haben gemacht a gzera. The rabbanon haben gesagt, wie bald a chalitza looks like a grusha, she was connected now to the brother of her brother that passed away. She cannot get married now without getting a chalitza from this brother. She does not have to get kiddushin to get married with him. She doesn't have to get, there's no kiddushin. She's already connected to him, and she cannot get married with anyone else without getting chalitza. So there's a kesher, and the Welt hat sagen, oh, she's given mit and he released her, and then she went with a kohen. This kohen took someone's wife.
That's what the Rabbanon said.
So the Rabbanon gesagt, mach nicht, das ist mit der Rabbanon. And that's smachte. Actually, the Gemoro with the Sanhedrin says that's smachte. Aber interessant that Rashi brings down, if you look inside, you'll see Rashi brings down actually that chalitza is midaraisa. And he writes from where? Ve'isho grusho me'isho lo yikochu. A woman that's divorced from her husband, you should not take. Why ve'isho? Not ugrusho me'isho lo yikochu. What's the ve'isho? Zokter la rabois, often a Rashi. La rabois chalitza. It's going to make all the difference in the world over here. Then we understand. Maybe this Mishnah goes with Rashi Shita. Ve'agrusha chalitza. Why is the nafkimina? Why the nafkimina? Because we're going to get in a minute. We're going to see what do we do with this Adam. We say this Adam. Reuven and Shimon said that Levi is a cholol. Okay, is a zun from a grusha or for a zun from a chalitza. Chalutza. This is the cholol. Now other Adam came and said Reuven and Shimon cannot be true, because you guys have been with us at that time that you say that she got a get, or that time that you saw that she got chalitza. Can it shine that you have been seen that case? So they become zoymemin. Reuven and Shimon became zoymemin. Now, what's the din of zoymemin? If you look over here in the Torah or on the side, it said zoymemim's din is vasisem loy on the bottom. Torah Shalom Aleph. Vasisem loy, you should do to him. Loy, we already said. Loy means to them, to the couple, to the edim. Kasher zomam lasis lochiv. Whatever they wanted to do to their brother, you should do upon them. So what did they want to do? They wanted to make this person, this Levi, Mr. Levi, a cholol. So you should do them a cholol. So, and if they are Kohanim, or we already discussed, like the Ritvots, Israelim, but Rashi says, Ein oimrim im huzmu. If Rashi adds the word, because in Gemoro we have to add words. Im huzmu, if they became muzam through that two edim. Vehein koyanim, and they are koyanim. We do not say ein oimer. We don't say yase zeh. Zeh doesn't mean one. It means this couple, 200, 300. They become a one edus. Ein oimer yase zeh. This bunch, this edim. The zoimim, the hazomedike edim, they were mazim, the became zoimim. Enom yas is the ben grusha or ben chalutza, that they should get now what they wanted to do. Enom, we don't say that. Tachtov, instead of the one that they accuse. Elo loikar boim. You give them Malkus 40. By the way, why do you say 40? Everyone knows that it's 39. It's not 40. But the Torah says, the Torah finishes with the word b'mispor, arboim yakenu. And Chazal, later we're going to learn, actually in Eilu HaLoike, we're going to learn it. B'mispor, arboim, so it comes together. B'mispor, arboim, 240. 40th. Not 40, 40. In other words, you count 39. The same thing you have in Sfiras Oimer, Chamishim. It's not 50. You count 49, up to 50, so up to 40. So that's why, but the Chazal like very much to use the Torah notion. So the Torah calls it Arboim, they call it Loike Arboim. They should say Loike 39, but the Torah calls it Arboim Yakenu. They also call it Arboim Yakenu. It's like they would say Shavuos, they wouldn't say 49, they would say 50. The 50 days, Tispo, Chamishim. So the same thing, Loik Arboim. So we give them Malkus instead. Why do we give them Malkus? The Gemoro is going to talk about it.
Doesn't seem fair.
Why should we give them Malkus?
No, they should get more than that.
They should get what they wanted.
Exactly.
Okay. They wanted to make this guy a cholol lo'olam void. Lo'olam void.
She gets good.
A cholol becomes a kohen that becomes a cholol. Kohen becomes a cholol through the father, that the father married a grusha, or anything else that he did in this parsha. Isha, Zoina, Bachalolo, Lo Yikochov, Isha Grusha. So he married a grusha, or he married a midrabanan, a chalutza. The kid becomes a cholol. What happens if he becomes a cholol? The father bleibt a kohen. Der balavera. Und getan alav min ha-Torah, that said over here, lo yikochu, und goyrem given, it was caused that his son is going to be a cholol, but his son is now no more a kohen. He is like a Yisrael. He could be mitamel mason. He could marry a grusha, because he's not he doesn't have the kedusha of a kohen.
Could he eat Tumas Maises?
He cannot eat Tumas Maises because he's not a Kohen. He does not have Matnus Kohuna.
Well, even as a kid, his father can't feed him.
What?
As a
No,
kid.
he's not allowed. He's not allowed. He's not like you saw.
There's no way of fixing it. Even if
He not only he not Lo'olam Bo, the
What
Zaro.
about the wife?
Lo'olam
What about
This
the
parsha. I think a parsha.
What could the Grusha eat from the Tumas Maises?
The Grusha, no.
Married him.
No. When she's married him, yeah.
But that kid's not a tzaddik.
Yeah.
That kid's not a tzaddik.
And
Not his
the father is a tzaddik, yeah.
fault. No,
Now-
the kid could be a tzaddik.
Yeah.
The father's fault.
Not his fault. Now, Chalutza, Ben Chalutza is not allowed to be mitamel mesim because he's only a cholol midrabanan. Unless I'm going to learn like Rashi, unless I'm going to learn that he is a cholol midiraisa, that's going to be the nafkimina. That's why I said it's very, very important to know: is this here chalitza midiraisa, or is this chalitza? If it's midrabanan, then he cannot eat kimat niskuhuna because the rabbanon made him a cholol. But he cannot be mitamel mesim because midiraisa is the kohen. And he's not allowed to marry. He's not allowed to marry the grusha because he's a kohen. But if I say that midiraisa a chalitza is also midiraisa, then it thinks also what does it mean elo loy karboim. The shaila is like this. Well, elo loy karboim. They get to arboim. Malkus is midiraisa. Makas mardus midrabanan. Loy karboim is midiraisa. So what does it mean they get Malkus when they claim that he is a cholol midiraisa? You made them a damage midiraisa. Come the Torah, for whatever reason, we're going to learn later, that they get Malkus for whatever reason. So you understand, they get Malkus because they want to cause that he should be a Cholol. But if they only made him a Cholol midrabanon, so why should he get Malkus? I can get Malkus Magdum. Why should he get Malkus? He didn't make them as a Cholol. Therefore, those who learn, like we learn the Rishonim that learn the Agav Nokat, so they don't hold that he should like Arboim. They said the Agav. But the Rambam holds that he's Takechai of Malkus. The Pshat is, with the Rambam, the Rambam says, he caused a problem, the Eidim, not he, they caused a problem that they became, that they wanted that he should be a Cholol Midrabon. But what do they make? That he should not be able to take Matnas Kuna. Midrabon with seiner Cholol, the Eraisa is masking that the damage that he wanted to make a Cholol, even the Cholol with Midrabanon, is enough to make him Malkut. The Rambam paskins the Loik Arboim also on Chalutza. And he can't tell me the Rambam holds that, like the shit that we said, the Chalisa Midaraisa, because he holds Chalisa Midrabanon and Cholol. Midrabanon, it's always forever. Loy or Lezari. Okay, and it's going to be back in enough Gemina. That's going to be a reason why we don't make the Eidim. We're going to learn later in the Gemoro. Okay. Second case, Me'idim onu beishploini shu chayv liglois. They come, Reuven and Shimon come and say that this Levi has to go to Golus. Why do they have to go to Golus? They say that he killed someone b'shoigig. Memela, we know that in a case like that, he's chayiv liglois, he has to go to Golus. We know that because someone that killed someone b'shoigig has to go to Golus. So they're saying, we know that he killed someone b'shoigig. How do they know? They know, they've seen it. Gekommen später, we are testifying that this person chayiv Golus. Why? Because he killed someone b'shoigeg, and two other Eidim come and say that those Reuven and Shimon could have not seen him doing that act because they were with us in that time. We do not say that those two Eidim or 3 or 10 should go in Golus instead of him after they were found to be Muslim Dikeidim. But we say, what do we say instead? We say that they chayev Malkus and not we don't do kasher zomam lasis laochiv. We give them, what we do give them is we give them a Malkus. So Ketzad Eidim nasim doimamin. How do we do the Eidim should become zoimamin, and we don't give them what they wanted to do? Is Gemoro fragt, oh, what did you just tell me? A whole Mishnah. You told me Ketzad ho Eidim nasim doimamin. How do the Eidim become zoimamin? And you tell me how they cannot. So you're just missing one word. Ho Ketzad ein Eidim nasim zoimamin boyelei. You should have written just adding a word, not ho Eidim nasim zoimamin. You should have written ein Eidim nasim zoimamin. You should have said, Ketzad ein Eidim nasim zoimamin. How do the Eidim do not become zoimamin? Now the oid, and if you're going to tell me that Tony, I'm taking off the mem, and what I take off the mem because the maram in Gemoro we have famously, Rashi and Tosfos stuff, and then there's very, very Yodua is the Marsho, the Maram, and the Marshal. The Marshal is first, and then you have the Marshal is Chochmah Shloimeh, and you have the Marsho, the Eliezer Edels, which was actually a son-in-law of Edel, and she sponsored him, and she sponsored his yeshiva, so he got the name, Edel, last name, and that's why he's Marsho, Shmuel, Eliezer, Levi, or you want to say Edels, the Aleph is the Edels, so Marsho, And then you have Maram Melublin, Meir Melublin, that's the Maram was, and he very tackles everything that he sees extra. According to Rashi, if you look on the side, you'll see Rashi says ve'ei diktoni lekamon, and he doesn't have the mi. So it's not mi diktoni. Ve'oid, according to what Rashi learns, and even Tosfos, we're going to learn that Tosfos learn, we're also going to see that the mem is like an extra mem. So so we're going to learn like Rashi said, and the way the Maram takes off the mem. Ve'oid, if you're going to tell me that you want to tell me the din from Eidim Zoymamin, yeah, you want to tell me the din from Eidim Zoymamin. The din of Eidim Zoymamin, come on, that's what he say later. Later you tell me in Daf Hey, you have the din of Eidim Zoymamin. What does it say over there? What is Eidim Zoymamin? Says the mission over there. Lo mulahem. What happens if the other two come and say on those who say witnesses? Hey, how dare you be say testifying so and so that you have seen so and so in that day? That day, you were with us. That's what the other Eidim come and say on the first set of Eidim. And what the Mishnah said over there, that is a Zoymamin. So erstens, you have to say Eino Eidim. Ve'oid, you want to tell me the din of Eidim Zoymamin, you're not telling it to me over here. Bring that Mishnah over. The Daf Hey, bring over here. Why do you bring me here? What do you write over here? Tosfos doesn't like so much this shot from Rashi, and he said a little bit more, a shtickle kvetch different. And he said like this: if you say in the bottom, the second to the last Tosfos, ve'eid midiktoni lekamon, he says ve'oid is macht starker the kasha of Einoidim. First of all, Einoidim nasim doim. If you're going to tell me, but I want to know the Loshen Hazoma. I want to know, how do Eidim become Zoymamin? What do they have to say? Dr. Ve'oid, if you're going to tell me Loshen Eidim Zoymamin, this you learn mit später. You don't learn over here. So anyway, this is the Shaila, starke Shailas, answer to Gemoro, a poshet answer. You see, Mechlal, the Eidim Zoymamin will also take it off, and this is for the same reason that it doesn't go. Answer the Gemoro, a poshet answer. There's a Seder. And the Seder is that Makos comes after Sanhedrin. The end of Sanhedrin, we know the end of the Sanhedrin is the Aleph Perek, which is actually Kol Yisrael Yishlam Chelek Mabor, called Perek Chelek. But some Rishonim, many Rishonim, and in Yerushalmi it's like that they say that the last Perek is really Perek Elohin HaNechnokim. And Chelek is in between. It's very interesting. You have Elan Niskolin, Elan Nisrofin, Elan Nechnokin. There's Arba Mrs. Bestin. It's Kilo Sreif Herek V'chenek, and almost everyone has one perek. One is the Herek is in another perek, Ben Suremore. But anyway, so you have those Chelek reingefahren, which you have to say. So they say the Chelek goes there, and you finish it with Elan Nechnokin. But whichever it is, finish Negeya, because it's after Sanhedrin. Tana Hossam Koi, the Tana over here, Hossam Koi, he stayed over there, he stands following over there. Over there means Sanhedrin. Finished with Sanhedrin, and he said Sanhedrin, he said a message, he said in a halacha, a powerful halacha that we learned today in Emoel. In Emoel, we learned all about the Kohen Cholol. And it speaks about this thing that it said over there in the end of Gemoro Sanhedrin. So, because it finishes with that, continues from Gemoro Sanhedrin. What happened? In Gemoro Sanhedrin, it said like this. Kol HaZoymamin, it's Sanhedrin Peites. The Mishnah, the last part of the Mishnah said over there, Kol HaZoymamin makdimin lo oisa miso. A eid Zoymim that came and said that someone killed or someone Michal Shabbos or someone did a horrible thing, and they wanted, with their edus, they wanted to cause to the victim a a misa. But not every misa, not everyone gets misa the same thing. A Mechal Shabbos gets skila. Another Avera can get chenek. Another Avera get hereg, right? Sayef. So, Kol HaZoymemin, the Eidim Zoymemin, when they wanted to get someone a killing punishment, a penalty, Makdim Eloisim is they get exactly that misa that they wanted to give to that person. They don't get a misa under it. It's not like, oh, Eidim Zoymemin, because it's such a horrible avera, they'll get skila or they get chenek. No, they get what they wanted to cause. Kasher Zomam. The Chiddush is chutz, the exception of the rule. Yeah, right? All the zoymemin, all the eidim zoymemin, they get makdimin loisomis, they get the zelbe miso that they wanted to call someone else. Chutz, except mizoymemei bas kohen uboyalo she'ein makdimin loisomiso. Chutz, except the eidim zoymemim from a bas kohen, and also chutz boy alo, the man that was with her, she'ein magdim lo isemiso. Explaining, a bas kohen in Emor, what does it say? Bas kohen kisechel iznis. So vio hi mechaleles, vo eish tisorif, and eishes ish gets chenek. Every eishes ish gets chenek. Boy alo gets chenek. She gets chenek, he gets chenek. If she is a bas kohen, anesur, but she is obera a miyuchastike for you. The bas kohen, kiseichel iznois, then she is a vio yimechalele, says the Torah, she is except. She does not get like everyone else. She gets sreifa bo'esh tisorif. Two Eidim come, Reuven and Shimon come, and it says that this woman has been with a man, and they both are going to be chayav, going with the bas kohen and the suor. They're going to be chayav. So, what do they really want from her? What were they planning to do to this lady? Cause her sreifa. What would they cause to the boyalo, to the man that was with her? Actually, chenek, because he is not getting her. Why is he not getting sreifa? Why is he getting different? Because it says that so viho he mechaleles, he besreifa bo'esh tisorif, he besreifa veloy boy alo besreif. Okay, so now the Eidim wanted to cause that she should get sreifa. So you would think that the Eidim now are going to become zoymemin. People, two other Eidim are coming and say, you Eidim that said that you have seen this bas kohen liznois, you have never seen them in that time. We don't know if it's true. Maybe it's true. But you have not seen them in that time because in Moni or Yisem b'mok employini, you were in another place, not where you were. You said you were. So the Eidim that wanted to give sreifa to the bas kohen, they became zoymemin. Those Eidim zoymemin do not become punished like the bas kohen. However, they get punished like the boyal. But not like this. Why not? Why not? So Rashi says, why not? Because it says, yeah? Because Rashi says, because the Eidim Zoymemin are getting only what they wanted to do to Ochiv and not to La'achoisoi. Now the Shaila is of Tosfos comes right away and said, ich verstehe nicht. What I need La'achov La'achoisoi, why don't you have the same limit from he? He besreifo v'loi boyalo. He besreifo v'loi Eidim Zoymemin. Why do I need to have another one? And the difference is going to be, if you tell me that it comes from le'ochiv v'loi la'achoisoi, then I'm going to have a problem. What happens if they don't know the boyalo? They don't know the boiler. The boiler was in COVID. He had a mask. They don't know. It's gonna cotton. We don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They're not saying who the boiler is. They're just saying about the girl. So if you tell me he, so if you tell me lo ochiv lo lachoy, so it's not ochiv. It's only her. So why don't you use he? So therefore, Tosfos said you have to use both. He also and he lo lachoy. But the bottom line is the Mishnah in Sanhedrin finishes. They don't get that misa that they wanted to bring to her on Sreifa. They are getting, what are they getting? They're getting chenek. Comes now our Mishnah in Makos. And he said, you know what? The Eidim, Ketzad or Eidim, when, how is the Eidim? Zoymim acherim, other Eidim zoymim, she'ein oisim bohem dina zome kol ikar. There's going to be another set of Eidim zoymim that not you don't give them that same punishment, but you give them something else. You don't give them bechlal that oinish kol ikar. You don't give them bechlal. They ask for this guy to become a ben gerusha or ben chalutza, and you tell them no. You say to them, they ask to be, that person should go to Golus. You tell them, nein, we gehen nicht.